Hello friends, I am Mr. Sandeep Kale, Assistant Professor, Department of Biochemistry, Shivaji University, Kolhapur. In this video lecture, I am going to discuss about some general features of the genetic code. So as we all know that DNA is a genetic material and it stores the information for the protein synthesis. And that information stored by the DNA is in the form of the genetic code. So what is the genetic code? That genetic code is nothing but the sequence of the nucleotide or a sequence of the nitrogenous bases in a DNA which includes the information for the protein synthesis. So let's discuss about the general features of the genetic code. So first feature of the genetic code is a triplet code and called as a codon. Genetic code is a triplet code called as a codon. So what is triplet code? So triplet code means three nucleotides in a DNA needed to specify the amino acid. Three nucleotides in a DNA needed to specify the amino acid. So why not 1, 2 or 4 like that? So if we consider the one nucleotide specified for the amino acid, then there are only 4 amino acids will get specified. Why? Because in DNA there are only 4 nucleotides are present, that is adenine, guanine, cytosine and thymine, and that's why only will get 4 amino acid will get specified by these 4 nucleotides. So so that is not a sufficient for the 20 amino acid which are involved in a protein synthesis. If you go further, if you consider the 2 nucleotides specifies for the amino acid, then the possible combinations are of the 16. So this number is also not sufficient to specify the 20 amino acid. Then we move forward for the 3 nucleotides we specify the amino acid. Then the combination of the 3 nucleotides, that is around 64 codons, and this number is more enough to specify the 20 amino acids. That's why the genetic code is a triplet code. Genetic code is a triplet code and called as a codon. So let's move forward to the next general feature of the genetic code. In genetic code there are 64 codons, and from that 64 codons, 61 codons are the main 61 codons that having a information, and remaining 3 codons they have no information. Okay, so in these 64 codons, certain codons are the start codons and certain codons are the stop codons. So certain codons contain start and stop signal to initiate and terminate the translation. In genetic code there are certain codons that contains the start and stop signal to initiate and terminate the translation. Translation is the protein synthesis. Okay, so which are the start codons? That for example, the AUG codon specifies for the amino acid methionine, acts as a start codon. Okay, and from the 64 codons, only 3 codons are that contains the stop signals. That codons are the UAG, UGA and UAA. Okay, then let's move forward. The third general feature of the genetic code is the genetic code having no internal punctuations like commas, full stop, likewise. So if you write the genetic code, then that code doesn't have any punctuations. Okay, then let's move further for the third feature of the genetic code. Sorry, fourth feature of the genetic code. That fourth feature is genetic code is a unambiguous. Genetic code is a unambiguous. Meaning is that each triplet codon specifies only a single amino acid. Each triplet codon specifies only a single amino acid. Means that one codon cannot specify the more than one amino acid. Particular one specific codon cannot specify the more than one amino acid. Okay, this is the feature of the genetic code. Is a this code is a unambiguous. Then move forward for the next feature, that is genetic code is a degenerate. Genetic code is a degenerate. Meaning is that here that single amino acid can be specified by the more than one codon. That single amino acid can be specified by the more than one codon, triplet codon, we can say that. For example, there are some amino acid that specifies by the more than one codon. So for example, leucine, serine, arginine, these three amino acid, they specifies by the 6 codon each. Okay, so each amino acid, this amino acid specified by the 6 different codons, right? 6 different codon. If you move forward, that glycine, proline, alanine, valine, threonine, these amino acids specified by the 4 different triplet codons. These amino acids specified by the 4 different triplet codon. And if you move forward for the isoleucine, this isoleucine specified by the 3 different triplet codon. And next, phenylalanine, tyrosine, cysteine, histidine, glycine, and glutamine. These all amino acids specified by the 2 different triplet codons. Okay, means each the amino acid from these categories specified by the 2 different triplet codons. And only the methionine and tryptophan that specified by the only one triplet codon. Okay, methionine and tryptophan only specified by the single triplet codon each. Okay, means each amino acid having a one triplet codon, methionine and tryptophan. Okay, next feature of the genetic code is the genetic code is a non-overlapping. Meaning, suppose we consider a particular codon that containing 3 nucleotides for that specify the particular amino acid. For the next amino acid, we cannot consider the nucleotides from the first codon that already specify the particular amino acid. Okay, that is meaning a non-overlapping. For example, for that AUG code specify the amino acid methionine, so it cannot get any nucleotide from this codon that codes for the methionine for the next amino acid. The next feature of the genetic code is that genetic code is a universal. Genetic code is a universal code, meaning that same code is used throughout the all life forms. Okay, so that same code is used throughout the all life forms. Okay, but there are some exception for this universal genetic code. That, for example, that UGA code that specifies the in a normal genetic code that that is a stop codon. This codon is a stop codon, but some life forms it specifies for the tryptophan. Okay, So next, let's move to the next example. For example, the CUG codon that codes for the leucine in universal genetic code, but in some life forms it codes for the 3 only. It codes for the 3 only. Okay, so these are the some general features of the genetic codes that are required during the protein synthesis. Okay, so thank you very much. If you have any difficulty, then you can free to ask. Then actually I'm trying to prepare this video as a mandatory part of the faculty development program organized by C. Shahu College, Kolhapur. So finally, I'm saying thank to all of you.